So after I decided to do it myself, I joined a couple Facebook groups. And these Facebook groups talk about buying a curriculum online and why their kid can't follow the curriculum and all the problems that they're having with homeschool. So I actually have made my own assignments, and that's what this video is all about. So if your child is struggling to have a curriculum at home, you give them the curriculum, you go to work, you come home, you check the next day or within the week, hopefully, and they have not done anything, or they say they don't understand the material, or they're not interested in the material, or you think that the material is stupid, but because it's in the curriculum, you have to do it. We need to start with unschooling. Unschooling is a term where you unlearn what you've thought school is supposed to be. Okay, that means 8 o'clock to 3 o'clock. We do math for the first hour. We do reading for the second hour. We do language arts for the third hour. We do science. We do this every single day, 8 to 3. Get rid of that mindset. Okay, that mindset is what was killing your child's imagination and dampening their creativity. So what we need to do is start with unschooling, and I have some tips for that. So what I do, this is just me, I put assignments in Google Classroom for my high schooler. They're all due on Friday. He gets to decide when he works on them. If he works them all on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, gets them all done, fine. If he waits all the way till Friday, and I can see that, if he hands it in on Friday, I grade it more harshly than if I would have, handed it in on Wednesday, because I want him to show initiative and have good time management, which is a skill that a lot of adults don't have. So time management is huge. It's a big thing that people struggle with in adult life. And so I believe it's important to teach your child now for time management. If it is not done on Friday, he does not get electronics, Xbox, VR, phone, anything, the entire weekend. You can guess how long that's actually happened. One time it's happened. You have to be able to follow through with what you say also. So if I say that I'm going to take away the electronics and I don't, then that is not a motivator for him. You have to follow through with what you say. If you say, if you don't do this, this is going to happen, make sure you follow through. If they know that you're going to check and they know they're going to be held accountable, then they will do it. But again, so many parents I see on these Facebook groups complain because their teen's not doing it. Well, no, they're a teenager. They're going to try to get away with stuff. So that's one thing that we need to really, really work on is accountability. Homeschool does not just mean give your kid the assignments and go about your life and then check 8 weeks later and be like, oh my gosh, he hasn't done it. You also have to put in that extra time and that extra work to make sure that you're teaching them and you're holding them accountable. Letter grades, I try not to do letter grades. That's another thing that was invented by the Department of Education that I disagree with. So I measured the amount of effort. So if I know that my child is capable of capitalizing proper nouns like Germany, Czech Republic, America, and you go through the essay they wrote, and those are all lowercase. To me, that is lack of follow through, because anytime that I would submit an assignment to my teachers or to my bosses, a paper for my bosses, a memo, anything, for real adult life, you proofread it before you send it. You read through what you just wrote and like, oh, I forgot to capitalize here. I need a comma there. And if the child does not do that, you can tell. if it's not capitalized. So if you want to keep following me, I will provide 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th grade work for history. And then you can take my ideas and you can tweak them. You do not have to, you don't have to take it all. You can take some of it, you could copy and paste it, and then edit it for something else. And if you wish, I was actually going to be opening up a homeschool business online. And this is a Google Classroom. But again, it's not a long time because I don't want the children to be on the computers for 10 hours a day, 8 hours a day, 6 hours a day, maybe 5 hours for the whole week. And I do that because I want them to spend time outside. I want them to spend time doing yard work, helping neighbors. I also want them to, at this age, 10th, 11th, and 12th grade, have a job during the day. Because most restaurants or stores need help during the day. And most kids are in school during the day. And so if your child is homeschool, that's a perfect opportunity to get them to work from 11 to 3 or 12 to 4, 2 or 3 times a week. And then you take that money that they make, you save half of it. You take half of it and say, I'm going to save this. Put it in an envelope, put it away in a safe. A safe is what I have, or you can put it in a safe place if you don't have a safe that locks. And you give them the other half. And if they want video games or extracurricular activities or a new phone, that's what they use that money for. I provide you with a phone. If you don't like that phone, you want to upgrade, you got to pay for it. You want your newest Xbox, you got to pay for it. So those outside yard work, a job, also volunteering at church, animal shelters, museums. They always need help. And also chores, doing chores around the house, making sure their room stays clean, sweeping, mopping the floors, doing their own laundry. That's a big thing that kids do not know how to do is laundry. Their own laundry. Do not do their laundry after 13 years old. They need to be able to do their own laundry. And that is also part of homeschooling. I know a lot of teenagers, some not so much, but others, yes, do struggle with hygiene. So make sure that they know, okay, we're going to go get a haircut tomorrow, 10 a.m. Be ready. We're going to be there tomorrow. We're going to go to this place. We're going to have this done. You're going to get a haircut. Now, it doesn't mean that we're going to chop it all off. It means if you want it to be long, you need to trim it. You need to get rid of the split end. You need to make sure that it's ready to go. So hygiene is a big deal with teenagers, especially teenage boys, that sometimes they struggle with that. So I want them to focus on those things: yard work, helping neighbors, a day job, hygiene, and chores. It's very important that the kids learn these because these are real life skills. These are real life skills that they can use. They are not going to go past Algebra 2 in real life unless they're going to be an engineer, work for NASA, or cybersecurity. They're really not going to need anything past Algebra 2 in most professions. So I will be sharing my Google Classroom with some of these parents if you want. And I will definitely be there for you as a support person to make sure that if you want me to make an assignment, let's say about something. The history of abortion laws, for instance, is one that my son is doing recently because of the newest election coming up. Not persuaded one way or the other, the history of the laws. How did they come into account? What first lady, if any, has ever been against the idea? Answer, none. Even Nancy Reagan was pro-abortion. So it talks about, why do you think that is? And what are the, back when Ronald Reagan was 1984, why was abortion a big issue then? And what was the history of the laws? Roe versus Wade. What is that? You hear a lot about it, but what is it? I also have a law action class, which talks about different laws. Assault versus battery. What's the difference? Warranty information. Learning about warranties versus insurance. A lot of that is real life skills, and that's what we need to teach our kids. So follow me, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I'll try to post some more things about high schoolers depending on what I got going. Thanks, guys.